Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Real Talk with Kelly and Karl. I am Kelly Marie Wofford from Front Seat Life, and
I'm Karl Shallowhorn from Shallowhorn Consulting. I'm so excited, Kelly.
man, it's a great
For a
day.
lot of reasons. First and foremost, we're doing a new thing,
Yes,
a whole new thing.
yes. So
Thank
you guys,
Thank you.
probably have known they've seen Zoom in the corner for almost a year now. So we're trying a new service, and we've got branding and different platforms, and we're
And my
making.
my bedroom / office, which was formerly had a virtual background, but it's cool because this is real. We're taking away all pretension, keeping it real.
And now you can hang up your artwork that you've
The artwork will be hung up.
How long has it been waiting to go up, Karl?
Since I made this an office, so yeah, that's a whole other story.
But it's going up.
It'll go up when it gets up. No worries. It's not critical.
So today is, Happy New Year. Can we call today?
Happy.
Oh man.
Ooh, we did it. We made it. Ooh.
Yeah.
And the world didn't fall apart today.
Not today. And what a wonderful place to be. Tonight is a celebration. If this is your first time with us, you can go back and check out all our old stuff. But we always talk about something as it relates to mental health.
Right.
You got two Black folks talking about mental health.
Yeah.
That pretty much never happens. And so it's always real talk. So it's a celebration. We have a new president and a new vice president. And our vice president is Black and South Asian. Like, what?
I know. It's a trip.
Brown and brown? Like, what? I'm outdone. And unfortunately, so many people will not celebrate the accomplishment this means for our country simply because of ignorance for some, hatred for others. And it's sad. It is really sad. Win or lose, we all get to move forward together. We all can move forward in unity. But it takes people moving together.
Yeah. And I'll say this, though. It's just one of those things where, I don't know. I just feel like I know I've heard it said many times, and I totally agree that, things don't change in a day. They won't. A lot of things to deal with, but it's going to be hopefully more civil and not toxic.
Right.
Every single day, because that wears on you. So we talk about mental health, we talk about well-being. I mean, the last 4 years have been a real drain on our emotions, having to deal with this stuff, no matter where you sit on whatever side of the aisle you sit on. It's been very draining.
Right.
So we need like a little respite, even though there won't. I know we got a lot of work to, but like, let's just, like, today felt like a collective sigh.
Yeah. I don't think I've smiled this hard in a long time.
I know.
And I mean, I understand racism is alive and well. It was alive and well before 4 years ago. And it was exacerbated by the individual that occupied that position.
Right.
And I don't want folks to be lulled into a sense of complacency, like, oh, there's been a change in administration. Now everything is back to normal. No such thing exists. I quite frankly don't want it to go back to normal, because normal is prior to 4 years ago and things were still bad, right? This is a time for us to move forward, forget yesterday's normal, and forge a new path.
Right. And so the way I look at it, it's just I don't know. It's just an unusual feeling. And I see we have our first comment on our new platform from our friend Stacy Buford.
Hey,
Stacy, thank you so much. She says a return to decency is necessary. The quote unquote mask is off. America's dirty little secret. So true, Tracy. Excuse me, Stacy, because we saw that 2 weeks ago, right? And we knew it all along, but the mask was really ripped off in a big way, in a really big way. But you know what's funny? And it is kind of funny. I saw an article just before I jumped on. I was hanging out watching some of the press stuff on tonight, and someone had posted an article from Forbes magazine saying that, and I know I'll just say it, that it said some of the effect of the QAnon folks. Some of them felt like they got played. They got played.
yeah,
And so I mean, there's even a rift within that community now.
right.
So not to say, and I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying it as it is. I mean, they did get played. Just like he said, and I'll leave it. I won't give him any more press. I won't give him, but I just,
Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
but it's the last thing. When he said, let's march down Pennsylvania, he didn't mean, he wasn't going to do that. So anyway, they got played. We're here today. We're going forward. But now we know, see, we've known what's there. Some people had their head in the sand, didn't realize it, but we know what we have to do. And Joe and Kamala and legislators, we all of us have a big job ahead of us. All of us.
And the thing is, one real quick, Karl, did you share it to Facebook? Because it only went to the page, not to the individual pages. So if you want to share to Facebook, to your personal profile,
I can try to figure out how to do that. Let me see if I can do
that. We'll
I'll work on it right now. Oh, I got it here. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. It's interesting though. Go, you keep talking. I'm just figuring this whole thing out.
Like, well, I'll wait. We'll wait for you to share it to the page. But no, when you consider the trauma on top of trauma, right? And yes, we're celebrating today, but you said Stacy said, the mask is off. And you said it's a big reveal. But what is funny is the big reveal is half of us are like, well, that was a surprise. Like we knew that, right? And then you have to go through this process of the shock and awe, right?
Right.
Half of us are shocked and surprised and not understanding how we got here. And then the rest of us are like, well, this is what we've been saying it's been. So you need to meet us where we are because we're over here, right? Like it's time to get past that. This is not who we are.
Right.
This is exactly who we are.
And you're right about that. I think it's plainly obvious. Is plainly a word? Plainly.
Yeah.
It's clearly obvious. It's clearly obvious.
Clearly and plainly. I mean, there's
clearly obvious. We talk about systemic issues, but okay. So hold on. Let's pause for a second. We wanted to kind of keep this calm.
All right, we're celebrating. Nice celebration.
Celebratory. So let's flip it. Let's hold off on. Let's just take it down a notch.
Yeah.
So I think for me today, Amanda Gorman.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me you weren't impressed by Amanda Gorman.
Listen, and she's
22. Kelly, when I was 22, I don't even want to tell you what I was doing when I was 22. I could barely even write a paragraph. I think when I was 22. Not to mention like a moving poem like she did.
I was pushing 2 kids in a stroller, and
I was in a pretty bad place myself when I was 22.
Yeah.
We shouldn't compare ourselves with us, but the young woman was very poised and just so impressed by her. So impressed.
And already, it's not like they just pluck someone, hey, you write a poem. Like she is an artist through and through. I didn't hear of her or about her until today,
Right.
and I cannot wait to dive in to her body of work. I was in awe.
And I don't know if you heard. I was watching CNN, and they said that she actually was halfway through her poem when the January 6th thing went down, which
Wow.
added more, I guess you could say, inspiration for what she wrote.
Yeah.
So to think about that,
Wow.
to be pouring your heart into something like that, and of course I got to watch it again because I guess I was just stupefied. If that's the word, use the word. I was like, oh my god, like, listen to this.
Yes.
So profound. I mean, yeah, it was pretty heavy.
You know what we can do moving forward? If I were quicker here with the keyboard, I could pull it up and we could have watched it here together.
We can do all kinds of things now with this. With this new platform. I'm liking this.
Whole new world.
Yeah.
So start thinking about, ways that we can stream.
And also, thank you, Stacy, for your comment. To let anybody else who's watching, certainly put your comments in. We can read them live. We can interact. We can talk with you.
Freeze up the hands. We're not looking down on our phones trying to see who's responding.
Right. I see the comments right there, as do you. And yeah, so let's make it a conversation. We got some real talk here. So I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like a weight's been lifted off.
Yeah. And even though we are, still, we don't know what tomorrow brings, and there are still some very angry and hurt people that have the ability to do we don't know what, right? There is a level of stress and anxiety that I do not feel. Like, simply by knowing that that individual is no longer occupying that space. And yes, it brings up a whole nother list of issues because of other things that, because he's not there, but just to know that it's a new year. It's a new day. It's just new.
And can I say that the vocal performances today, Lady Gaga and Jennifer Lopez, boy, did they lay it out. I'm not a big Garth Brooks fan. He kind of did his thing. Okay, he did his thing. He tried to get everybody joined in on Amazing Grace. He tried.
He was so cute. Garth Brooks,
he tried. He did his thing. But I'll tell you, Lady Gaga, like, man, she knocked it out of the park, man. She was amazing.
Well, listen, and oh my God,
post-traumatic Trump
on the show next week.
I love it, Stacey. That's funny.
That thing.
I think that's gonna be a new classification in the diagnostic statistical manual.
That's it.
We're gonna have to put that in there.
Oh my goodness! You need to hurry up and copyright, trademark everything that right there. That's all you, Stace.
Yeah.
She
was great, wasn't she?
And performing from a place of freedom, right? From a place of, release. Life is very different for all three of those folks, but, especially being women, and, it's different. It is different. And I feel like they were singing from that place of, this is different. Right. Again, yes, both are part of the establishment, blah, blah, blah. They've been responsible for some not great things. I am not ignoring their history. I'm not ignoring the thing. I'm not ignoring any of that. But this is still a place. We are at the place for change to occur.
Right.
There was no place for change to occur prior to today for the last 4 years.
It feels like we have an opportunity.
Yes.
Just for this moment. And
hope it's not lost.
And then, the point here is that it's sort of like, so as is well known, I'm in a 12-step program, and our saying is just for today.
Mm-hmm.
Just for today. So the idea behind just for today it kind of goes along the idea of like when you talk about mindfulness meditation, focusing on the moment, focusing on today, because today is the most important thing that we have.
Mm.
This moment is the most important thing that we have. You can't change what happened, yesterday, and to worry and fester and ruminate over tomorrow just creates anxiety. So let's enjoy today for what it is, and tomorrow will take care of itself. I try to follow that philosophy myself.
That's also scripture, but words.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yes, yes. Thank you. Madam Minister, there. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, but it does, and some of us cannot help but to be anxious because it is more than just it is a medical condition, right? That someone is going through. Um, but if it's something that you can help to not focus, not be anxious about things you can't change,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like that nothing has been won by being anxious. Nothing has been accomplished through anxiety.
Right.
You haven't changed the situation by the feeling, of anxiety, right? And to work through that and get to the place of being okay with today, being okay with this moment, really changes your perspective and really changes how you see that next moment.
So I have to just say, my cousin William is way out in Seattle. Says, I stood up and put my hand over my heart. Now, my cousin William is a Air Force veteran,
Yes.
served honorably in the Air Force, and so I know this was a special day for him to see this moment and feel proud of this country that he has served most honorably. So thank you for your service, and I mean that sincerely.
As do I. As do I. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel energized. I don't know about you. I feel energized. I haven't rode my bike today. I rode my bike yesterday. Did a little workout, and then today, even though I had to squeeze it in, I said, like, I'm feeling good today. I want to, I feel like so I squeeze a little ride, and that always boosts me. So let me just share something actually about that. I want to just talk a little about self-care stuff. So, I also do the Facebook Live for the Community Health Center of Buffalo. We call it
Mm-hmm.
Color Healthy. It's every Tuesday, 11:30 in the morning. And I believe you know Kim Backey.
Mm-hmm.
So Kim, of course, you know Kim from Millennium.
Yeah.
You were there. So Kim was on the show with me. And of course, Kim is an athlete. She's a runner and all that stuff. And so she was saying how, recently it's been a little bit tougher to exercise and everything, but it affects, how she feels. And so what happened, I was like, well, I can definitely understand that, because this past weekend, now, we had a long weekend. I did some work. I did some work stuff. And I went into the weekend with every intention of exercising at least a couple of days. I didn't do any of it. I just kind of got wrapped up in stuff. I just kind of blew it off. And that's not me. But I realized I was not feeling well. Maybe my wife picked up on it. She's like, well, you doing okay? You're kind of like out of it. I just really just wasn't feeling it. But it hit me yesterday morning as I was getting ready for work. I said, well, that's it. That's why. So, but I was very intentional. That's why when I came home from work yesterday, I was very intentional about exercising. And then today, and it is amazing too, because ever since I have exercised, and this goes back to when I began over 20 years ago, when I exercise, it automatically helps my mood. Automatically. It's like the best antidepressant out there. Better than any medication or anything. So I really, I just have to give another plug for that idea of using exercise to take care of one's self-care.
Do you have a trainer, or did you ride outside?
I have a trainer.
Oh, okay.
I have a trainer. I've had a trainer for years, and I hook it up, and I just actually have a little TV in the basement, and I got Netflix. I was watching Black Mirror. Yeah. But yeah, I just do that and watch. I've been watching Atlanta for the second time around. Atlanta, I love Atlanta. It's like one of my favorite shows. Do you ever watch Atlanta?
No, I haven't watched it yet. I need seasons and for, there to be completion for me to dedicate
Right.
and
I remember we had that conversation
put
before.
my
Right.
time to it. Yeah.
Well,
And,
the
and
nice thing about Black Mirror is that it's you can watch it one at a time. It's not a series. It's like a one. It's almost like a Twilight Zone kind of thing where each episode has its own story. It's basically like a little dystopian. It's like futuristic, but it has to do with technology and the different ways that technology is in our lives. So that's one of the themes.
oh wait,
Um,
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah.
Scene. My apologies. Okay, so let me just say, side note, even though it's close to 9 o'clock, when I do online stuff, I take out my hearing aids because there's feedback sometimes. So I actually thought you said something else. Yes, I have seen all of Black Mirror.
So what about the one? I think it was called White Bear. It was called White Bear about the woman. I won't give too much, but the woman was being chased. It's like in the second season. It's an early one where she's being chased by these people, like hunting her. These people are hunting her. Go back and watch this. It was a killer. It was so good. That's the one that got me hooked on the series, on the show. It's called.
Were they in the woods? Or that might be another show.
No, it's Black Mirror. It was, I think, the second season. It's called White Bear. Just look it up. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a one that really shocks you at the end. It's a really good one. That's all I'll say. Must see TV.
What's the episode called?
I think it's called White Bear. I think. Let me look up. I can keep going. I gotta look this up.
Of course, we're pausing in the live stream to look up the information so we can talk about it.
Yeah, it's called White Bear. I just looked it up. Oh yeah. You gotta watch it.
This one, okay.
Oh, you remember? You remember it now?
This show was absolutely crazy.
Wasn't it?
So it's a little freaky, but anything that it's so close to reality though, and then like you see the people watching out of the windows.
Yeah.
It
was amazing. I was like, oh, the ending. Oh my God. It really had me going.
Wait, how did we get here? Because we were talking about the inauguration. I just want to
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Where
I think I was just saying how I think I started. I think I was saying how when I'm on my trainer, riding my bike, exercising, I watch Netflix or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Black Mirror.
So I'm looking at, because I don't want to do a trainer only because I'd have to put my bike. That's too much work. But I have been looking at stationary bikes, and a friend posted up a variety MYX, I think it is. My buddy Sean Nelms. And so I immediately went online and started looking and comparing prices for the same reason. I'm lethargic. I look at my step count at the end of the day, and I've gone like 400 steps because I'm in my house. But that's really the kitchen to the bathroom.
I'm gonna say you only did that so many times, right?
So I've been, I'll look outside when the snow melts and I'm like, yes, I'm going to go riding today. Then I look at the long pants and like, what layer do I wear first? And next thing you know, I'm watching TV
it's pretty cold. I've done some outside cold rides, but I just don't deal with that. I'm like, no.
Springtime.
I mean, because actually, so with trainers, like you put a different tire on your bike and all that stuff. Because I totally just change it over. And it's only for like quick 30 minutes. I don't do really long ones. I can't do it like this. It's uncomfortable for that long, but it's enough just to get the blood moving.
Yes. So that's my commitment.
Whatever it takes.
Myself.
Whatever it takes.
Yep. I'm gonna, because I can feel it. It's just, and then you snack more. I don't know if you guys are snacking more, but I'm snacking more, and Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's okay.
It
It
is
is
okay.
okay.
You
It
know,
is where I am right now, and moving forward, I have the opportunity to change
right,
and do some things differently
right,
or not.
right. Yeah,
Not
and the way I look at it, I mean, every day I wake up and I say to myself, I got another chance to get it right.
yeah, yeah. I'm so, just excited. When you talk about your journey and you share, and I just I think about the person you met the first time when you went to your first meeting,
Right.
the impact, and I might have said this the last time, the impact that an individual can make on someone and never know.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
can be having your worst day, and just because you open the door for someone on your worst day might have been the best thing that could have ever happened to them.
Yeah.
Right? And so no matter where you are, no matter how deep in the well you are or feel that you are, you can always be the light, right? You
Yep.
can always make a difference. And usually you don't even realize you're making a difference
Right.
because you're just going about your day being you.
Right.
So I know people get discouraged, especially now, that there's not much going on for those that need to get out and do and see and touch and smell and stuff. But, no matter what you do, if it's a ride to the grocery store, right, there is someone's life that you can impact for the good. So don't be discouraged, folks. Don't be discouraged.
And I'll just add one last thing to that. That's why it's so important to be kind to each other.
Yes.
Just be kind to each other. Right? Just
Yeah.
be kind. Because life's too short to be to hate.
Like they
If you go on
said, a
hating
return
every
to
day,
decency.
it's only
Yeah.
going to end up hurting you.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know. I try to carry love in my heart. Even I pray for everybody. I was praying for that fool.
Oh, I did too.
I was praying for him. And
Yeah.
I have to say it, but I think my prayers were answered.
I wasn't going to say that out loud in front of the
I
folks.
know. No, but seriously,
No.
I pray for unity, pray for peace, pray
Yeah.
for all that every day.
Wisdom, a conscience, a moment of course I didn't turn my phone off before we started. But yeah, being able to take a breath.
As we say, prayer for the knowledge of God's will for us and the power to carry it out.
Amen.
That's our 11th step.
Amen. So I feel like I'm a little bit lower than I was when we started, but I'm still in a great place.
Yeah.
It's a new day, and lower only because of the possibilities that tomorrow holds. Hey, Veronica. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. God admonishes us
to pray for our leaders, pray for everyone.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that, and I think on my darkest day, I don't know what I'm capable of, right? And I just pray that the path is a path of light, right? But we don't know where someone is. We don't know what they're going through. All we see is the outward actions and reactions. It doesn't excuse bad behavior. Right. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination, but to understand, I understand the hate that people feel, right? When you live in Wofford, you haven't been exposed to anything but rhetoric, to anything but racism, to anything but hatred.
Right.
You act upon what you know. How many of us think, someone from another country has a set of beliefs that they don't have? Right. That's what we've been taught. We've never been there. We've never talked to anybody from there, never seen anybody from there, right? But we've been taught a certain thing, and that is the belief, and we act upon that belief, right? So I again, I am not condoning bad hate behavior. I am not condoning the hate, but I do understand where it comes from.
Yes.
And if we move more in that direction, I believe that we can really begin to make some change.
And I'll just say that I believe in the truest sense of the word, and it kind of goes along with your motto, that light will always overcome the darkness.
Yes.
It's actually like a physical law, right?
And the
That
darkness makes the light brighter.
Yeah. I mean, the light is always going to overcome that which is seemingly impossible to overcome. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we're getting too metaphysical here. But I really have to believe that in the totality of things, goodwill overrides evil, and I think we saw that today, especially with a very peaceful day, because everybody leading up to today I was on edge.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen? Is this going to happen? Even around the country, all these, but nothing happened. At least that's my knowledge. I didn't hear anything about it.
I haven't seen any reports or heard anything.
No breaking news. It was almost surreal. Don't you think? It's kind of surreal.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
Very, and I pray that it is not, a false sense of hope, but
right.
I believe we're headed in the right direction. We're not there, but I do believe we're headed in the right direction.
Well, I'll just say this too. I think that the events, especially over the last month, actually, I take that back. The last year, going back to and I'm just saying the last year because COVID, and then the death of George Floyd, and then Breonna Taylor, all that stuff, the economy, all these things have happened. The trauma we've all been through have brought us to where we're at today.
Right.
And I think some very hard lessons have been learned, and people are still learning.
Many aren't.
Yeah, many aren't. But the point is that for us to get through it, we have to come together. We have to work together. Otherwise, we perish.
Right.
I mean, that's a nation divided against itself. They say, didn't Abraham Lincoln say that? Yeah. So I mean, we can't be a divided nation. Otherwise, what's the point?
It will get better.
But on a happy note, today was a good day.
It was, and I'm thankful to have been here to see it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Karl. It is 4 minutes past the hour.
Yes, it is.
And that means it's time for resources.
Yes.
So if you are experiencing a medical emergency, please dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency room. Whether it's physical, psychological, if you're experiencing an emergency, please go to your nearest emergency room. If you're looking for resources and you don't know where to go, you don't know who to call for what, you can dial 211, on your phone, or go to 211 in your browser, and you can do a keyword search for the type of resources you're looking for. I also was just a little proactive, Karl, and I did grab the number for the New York State.
Oh, I just pulled it up again. I wasn't sure if you had it.
The New York State Emotional Support Helpline. So it's free. So please call if you need it. It is 844-863-9314. Karl?
And if you are in the West New York area and you are in need of resources for mental health in any kind, whether it be a treatment provider or a support group, and you want a very reliable source, call or reach out to the Mental Health Advocates of West New York, and the number is 716-886-1242. And that's for information for providers all over West New York. If you are at risk of your own life, if you are feeling like there is no other choice for you, there is a choice. There's always a choice. And you can call Crisis Services of Erie County. The number is 716-834-3131. And the number in Niagara County is 716-285-3515. And the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number is 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-8255. You can text 741-741, help to 741-741, excuse me. And also star 1 if you're a veteran to 1-800-273-8255.
And Karl and I, through our companies, are both sponsoring an event. We're one of the sponsors for an event with the NAACP Buffalo chapter on COVID-19 and the community. You have to register in advance, but I mean, it's a quick registration process. You just go in and put in your name and email address, and it will give you the link for the event tomorrow. It's one of a series, and that information we'll post here. So it's easy for you to get to. But if you have questions, if you want to know more information, you're not sure how the process is going to work, please join us over the next few weeks. Again, it's 3 in the series, and it's a collaboration with not just Front Seat Life and Shallowhorn Consulting, but many community partners and the Buffalo branch of the NAACP. Until next time, which next time will be next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. right here where you found us, be the light.
Be well.